Happy solar eclipse in Leo. Hopefully it is happy for you. This is a very transformational solar eclipse in the middle of a very transformational summer. I am Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, August 12th. Today's solar eclipse in Leo takes place at 20 degrees Leo and is exact 10:36 a.m. Pacific. And with this eclipse, we have ripples out into the past, into the future. I have a deeper dive into the meaning and significance of this eclipse in Astrology Heals Podcast, episode 10. You can find it on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcasts. I also have all of my episodes available at transformationalastrology.com. Today's eclipse has not only a sun and moon in Leo, but also all of these sextiles. So just everything kind of lining up in an almost complete grand sextile, which is the 6 points of a six-pointed star. So we have basically 5 of the points. The sixth point would be around 3 to 5 degrees Sagittarius opposing Uranus. So that's the point that's missing. But if you have anything in your chart around the 3 to 5 degree point of all of the air and fire signs, or anything in between, it's just it's one of those moments that really activates this energy in so many different ways for so many different people. And just so a couple things. One is that there's a grand trine in air, and that grand trine is opening. It's very harmonic. It's opening possibilities. It's considered to be very supportive. So really helping you in whatever direction you're going. We also have all of these sextiles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sextiles, right? So those are the relationships around that six-pointed star. And they open a door. They bring a possibility, an offer, kind of like, here's a gift card you could use if you choose to use it, but you have the choice whether you want to take advantage of the opportunities and the possibilities that are available. This solar eclipse, new moon, also it's in Leo, so it has to do with how we express ourselves, how we share, how we shine our light in the world, who we are, how we see ourselves, and what it is we're choosing to share with the world around us, how we are choosing to be seen. And we all have ways that we do that, both consciously and unconsciously. So we have the ways that we choose to be seen because it might be based in old patterns or expectations or the desire to fit in or whatever that may be. But we also have the opportunity to see this self-expression and see it as an opportunity to ask ourselves, what is it I'm expressing? How am I being seen? And is that working for me? Do I want to do it differently? Do I want to do my own self-examination to see how I am putting myself out there, for example? So, there are lots of answers to these questions. This is just a moment and an opportunity for all of us to do that reflection and to notice, how am I being seen? How are others perceiving me? What am I putting out there? What am I sharing? What am I expressing? And we can turn that back toward ourselves to say, how could I be doing this even more authentically, even more genuinely, even more powerfully, and not power in the sense of being more powerful than someone else or needing someone else to be small so that you can be powerful, but in the sense of power that allows us to work together in the collective, which is very Aquarius. Pluto in Aquarius is really taking us through this deep dive in how we work together in the collective and how we work together and create the outcomes we want and move things forward with our differences, with our different perspectives, with the ways that we're unique and we don't all agree. And how do we move forward within the context of that? So a lot of that happening right now in the astrology world. Big conversations amongst astrologers and really looking at these questions of who has the power and why, and where have we given away our power, and what would it look like to work together, and how do we do that when we have differences and different perspectives. All of these questions, and really finding our humanness and our humanity in the midst of it as we allow ourselves to make mistakes, but also to do the work of learning and growing and figuring out how to work together and ultimately move things forward in the direction that we want to see them go. So, healing the different kinds of oppression that there are in the world, and making space for everyone with respect and dignity, right? That is the goal. So how we get there, we don't all agree on, but this is a moment to look within and ask ourselves, am I showing up in the best way possible so that I can be who I need to be to move things forward and move toward those ideal outcomes? It's all about progress, not perfection. And I do have a statement about my take on Stephen Forrest because I have studied with him. He is a big influence on me. He has endorsed my books. So if you are curious or concerned about that and how I approach these difficult topics, please go to transformationalastrology.com. I will put the link to the statement in the description for this video as well. And thank you to those of you who have replied with supportive comments. I'm happy to hear all thoughtful, caring comments, right? You don't have to agree with me, but you do have to be respectful. So please share your thoughts, and thank you so much for being here. As always, transformationalastrology.com is where you can grab a free month in my paid membership program and have a guided meditation to work with the energy of this Leo eclipse and unlock your own deeper truth, your own soul's wisdom, what you need to know, and remember as it is speaking to you and through you. So that's what my guided meditations help you access. So free month over at transformationalastrology.com. Thanks for being here. And don't forget, podcast Astrology Heals, episode 10, more on this eclipse. And I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Thanks for subscribing, and bye for now.